They like.
What's up, y'all? This is Relly all back with another video. Yes, son, today we got to talk about 3 teams that should trade for Joel Embiid. And I know a lot of people is going to say Elton Brand said he is not going to trade Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. But in my personal opinion, I think he's saying that for the moment. And I think when it gets closer to the next season, he's going to end up trading one of those 2 players, especially when he does not find another asset that could potentially complement those 2 players. Now, for the first team that should trade for Joel Embiid has to be no other than the Chicago Bulls, especially now that they have a new general manager as well as looking for a new head coach. I feel like this would be a really great chance to validate the new direction they're going in. Getting Joel Embiid alongside with Zach LaVine would be that would be a huge come up for the Chicago Bulls. And I think Zach LaVine, how he's gotten better and better on the shooting, he would be a better complementary piece for Joel Embiid than Ben Simmons because of the aspect of him getting better shooting, and he's a good slasher as well. Zach LaVine has improved his game, and I think Joel Embiid would be a really great piece, and it just fits the Chicago system. Now, for the second team that should try to trade for Joel Embiid has to be the Brooklyn Nets. And I know the Brooklyn Nets was rumored to try to get a 3rd star anyway, and it was rumored that Bradley Beal was going to be that 3rd star. But then Bradley Beal agent said he's in Washington to stay, and I think now they have to move on, and I think the player they can move on with should be Joel Embiid. And I feel like Joel Embiid gives them another dynamic that is really needed for their team. He gives them a really dominant big man who can shoot the ball, which is different from Jared Allen as well as DeAndre Jordan, and it just gives them a lot more dynamic to their already dynamic system, especially when you have Kyrie and Kevin Durant coming back. And I feel like Joel Embiid, having the style that he has, would get out of the way of those 2 dominant ball handlers and just fit that system perfectly. And as well, Joel Embiid would be perfect because he has so much to prove, just like Kyrie and Kevin Durant does on that Brooklyn Nets team. Now, for the third team that should trade for Joel Embiid has to be the Golden State Warriors. And I feel like they're the most popular out of the 3 I've said today. And it's mainly because they have the most realistic assets to get Joel Embiid. As well, if they were to get Joel Embiid, he would be in the most perfect fit. Because of how dynamic the Golden State Warriors is offensively, Joel Embiid would plug in perfectly because he can shoot the ball still. He can dominate in the paint as well, play really efficient defense. And I think that is something that would make the Warriors once again a championship contender because of how great that system would run, because they could space the floor. Like I said before, they would have a defensive big in Joel Embiid who can dominate in the paint while having the room to dominate in the paint, because he does not have the liability in Ben, but instead have 2 offensive killers in Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, while having Draymond being the coach and the reasoning of the team. And I think that would just be so perfect, and that would be so dynamic to how the league is shaped today. So down in the comments below, let me know which team should trade for Joel Embiid and which team do you want to see Joel Embiid actually get traded to. And with that being said, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. And do not forget to hit the notification bell for more amazing content, because we are on the grind, the official grinding with y'all. I know I can get there. So with that being said, ghosts.
What if we turn into hoopers? For the clip like bonds we shoot. Just like some soldiers we trooping. Step back 3, we hooping. We in your house just like Fortnite.